I know some of you may want me, or some of you may not want me, but still, I have to do it. I know, but someone didn't do it, so I have to do it. Even though the review, I may or may not did a review. I saw videos on YouTube, although, so I have to do a history of it since there's tickle you whatever cartoon because please got a new cartoon. I know maybe do it, but still, whatever. I just want to do it. Whatever. Let's do it. So the history of Cartoonito is that Cartoonito had a preschool ball in 2005 and the failed Tickle but to compete with Playhouse Disney and Nick Jr. But unfortunately, Tickle failed and got canceled in 2006. Although it might have shut down in 2006, it may or may not shut down. It may or may not shut down. We have. I know they may not be talking about. They may be talking about the Russia and Ukraine, but still, yes. Okay, but for some reason, all Cartoonito and all Cartoonito have a lot of shows. Okay, but still, for shows like those, okay, shows like Look at the Spider, Thomas and Friends, and Mush Mush and the Mushroom and more, and then people hate Caillou, so like how they hate Dora the Explorer or Einstein's. It's a show about Cartoonito. So people at something. It's about the Wedgie, Blob, Itty, and Nito. Cartoonito is a preschool blog on Cartoon Network, such as Nick Jr. and Disney Jr. There's already a video on YouTube. I might put a link or I'll leave a card until if I monetize on YouTube. But still, it's a about Cartoonito people there. I know it has kids friendly preschool shows. But Nick Jr. and Disney Jr. had preschool for younger audiences. That Disney changed into Disney Jr. on educational too, which is like such as PBS Kids and all that stuff. And Playhouse Disney changed from this to this. And also, Tickle You changing to this to this. It is still versus Disney Jr. versus Nick Jr., but not Cartoonito. Also, for this preschool audience, Cartoon Network had it. Why would Nickelodeon and Disney Channel have been being preschool audience with all preschoolers and young kids with Disney Jr. and Nick Jr. But Cartoon Network never had a preschool audience. I understand, but it only Christina Miller, Christina Miller wouldn't fill the schedule because students might have been having live action shows and it has been so bad, but still. And then you have to do with all those, but it's okay for live action. It was kind of failing bad. It was so bad, but still, at least the live action was doing that. But with the live action show, but was it really that bad? No, he might have live action, but like this DC Network said, it wasn't that bad. And here, let's go. So here's what's bad about Cartoonito. Cartoonito has been filming on Cartoon Network since then. It wasn't really that film, but still, not all Cocomelon Tayo and their parents may not love, but still, Cocomelon's even worse than Tayo. I know this, but I guess it's okay for children, I guess. But still, maybe kids are too old. I think at least they can watch. So it's too much old children. But still, why did you have? He's in your preschool program, and that where if people hate, even though I shouldn't say it, just whatever. If people die in the 2030s, who's gonna make cartoon? I think they should have started in the 2000s. If only if typically wouldn't fail. It's nowadays the bonkers of the world of television. Okay, if you were trying to make television, then why is it that? Why is the television good? Well, look, television isn't dying still, but if cable isn't good increase, but you should get its own channel. Nick Jr. has, and Disney Jr. has, but why haven't you? I know they can I should get its own channel on Nickelodeon, but still, why haven't Adult Swim got its own channel then? All Cartoonito preschool programming. Disney haven't got a late night programming block at the same time. For preschool programming, there's no there's preschool programming, yes, on Disney Channel. But why isn't there a programming block of a late night block on the Disney Channel like Nick and Adult Swim? Adult Swim, Cartoon Network has Adult Swim, and Nickelodeon has Nick at Night. So why isn't Disney having a late night block on their channel? When especially sometimes, yeah, kids may or may not go to bed. Although there's not always kids need to go to bed. I understand, but still, why not put it 10 p.m. just because even though kids be still up? Why not? Just because they need to go to sleep. So, if they're still up and it's too early, more than Nick and I, then why is it that you guys? Okay, I just complained, whatever. But still, why isn't the Cartoonito important? Okay, but it's okay. It's important. Maybe important in your preschool important. But if you're taking away, that can make it worse off the whole schedule. But at the same time, you're gonna cancel it. You know, if you don't call Cartoon Network Jr., there's no way for Nickelodeon to be replacing it. But there's just Playhouse Disney and Nickelodeon, and then Cartoonito, and then there's gonna be CN Jr. I think it's gonna be CN Jr. more than Cartoon Network Jr. But that's okay. But still, I wish it could be called Cartoon Network Jr. But still, I have the GUNIOR. But still. Maybe the JR instead of it, but sometimes unlike the letter, not like the TR with the CHR, but still the DR with the JR or whatever, but still not like drink or something, or like a train, so whatever, like chain or like drive or like and like or gems, like the G pronounced J or whatever, but still, why can they call it Cartoon Network or of Cartoon Jr. And then there's Disney Jr., Nick Jr., and CN Jr. Okay, if they cancel it, if you take away the block preschoolers, then you're gonna make everything worse, and that's okay. It should be Cartoon. If you do this, whatever you do, then you're gonna cause more problems with the network. That you're not gonna be preschool home. You're gonna fail. You're gonna have problems. Just still keep the programming block, even though she gets on channels and should leave still. So you're going and make new schedule after Friday. That still counts as no preschool block. If your kids, if you're sitting at time from 2 p.m. from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. or whatever, or 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. or whatever, or 12 a.m. or 11, then you're into 10. Hey, why not 10 a.m.? Even though it's on like how Disney Junior on Disney Channel ends at 12 p.m. and how Nick Jr. on Nickelodeon ends at 9 a. Sorry, 2 p.m. It's unlikely, can't be, and you're always gonna have. And if kids and babies might be still watching the channel, then even though they may not be going to preschool or kindergarten soon, then you're gonna try. If there's gonna be older shows that are meant for kids more than babies or whatever, then you have to add a preschool channel for this. This may not be good. And if people don't want to watch preschool, that's okay. But if the channel, if they want to hate preschool, then why is there's the time slot too much on the preschool content on the preschool TV, and then there's no channel? You should get it on October. I know it's not on like in January 4, 9, 1888, like Nick Jr. But even though it may or may not be a pre-launch, still though. And we're all whatever, but still for so at least the Nintendo Switch or Xbox. And if you have a creative TV channel, you have to pay money, and the right of streaming is happening, whatever. Why not versus the way, like Cartoonito versus Nick Jr. versus Disney Jr. And that's that, even though it's also PBS Kids. Not really using for so kids, but there's a lot of kids channels that may have educational shows, but still, for all, what's the point? As well, it has good preschool shows. Why you have a lot of shows? You have PBS Kids, and it's a bad show, except for okay, kids love it, but still, that doesn't mean you have to make a show like this. It's kind of so disrespectful when, especially if you need to have a preschool audience and educational show. If no kid is gonna watch this, then you're gonna make a mess of the television and the TV network. Cartoon Network is not really as important as it. What's more is right now preschool at night, late night blocks more than it'll do cartoon unlike Nick and Night, which is family oriented. And if Disney Channel does, I don't think they should be adult, sure, but still, if they add adult content, although people may not always want adult content, still though, they wouldn't want to hurt those. So I think the air sitcoms or movies or whatever, but you can do both of it, even though you may not seem to whatever. But still, you can't Disney Channel. If you're having a preschool, you may need a preschool block, because if you don't have a preschool block, then what is going to have your audience come? I think Disney Jr., Nick Jr., and PB doing much better than Cartoonito. But at least, hey, let's not be rude. Sorry to overreact. Let's complain really nicely instead. Sorry, but still, Cartoonito is not bad. The problem is that you need a channel. Let's not make it feel or cancel it, tickle you. Let's not make it feel. But still, you have to be a preschool programming block, okay? At least it's a good preschool audience, but as for the preschool television, you might need kids to get along with old channels and like that. You have to get on the Disney Junior channel and the Nick Jr. channel. Or Cartoonito Network. You have to go to Cartoonito channel. If you're having channels, no Disney, and if you're having channels, then you have to get the block on there to avoid confusion. Okay, Cartoonito, that's okay. There's no Cartoonito on Cartoon Network screen bug, but why I see Cartoonito screen bug or whatever, there's no screen bug on Disney Junior screen bug on Disney Channel, and where's the Nick Jr. on Nick logo or screen bug, whatever. Where's the screen? But I'm not liking it. I'm disappointed and don't like it. Not really that disappointed, but I'm still frustrated. Why there's a logo? There's no screen bug. Disney Junior and Nick Jr. I'm sorry, but you have explaining to do. Where is the Nick Jr. on Nick Screenbook or logo or whatever? Whatever. Where's the Disney Jr. on Disney Channel logo? I see just the Nick logo and the Disney Channel logo with on the Disney Jr. logo and the Nick Jr. logo. It wouldn't be like Cartoon Network logo, Cartoonito. Yes, they should keep the Screenbook, but where is the Screenbook? It's not there, and you're gonna confuse people. Although it's like a block cartoon, but don't avoid confusion. Where is the Screenbook? It's gonna go. People might be not happy with it. The Screenbook must be there. Well, the point is that Cartoonito fans are having this, okay? That's fun, but if you're having this Screenbook, if there's no Screenbook at all, then there's no Screenbook on the channel. And say, what the heck where's the Screenbook? And the what the thing process or what the thought process? Where's the thing for something? You might be making a round of those, but if you're doing Van Damme or hell or something, you're gonna make it so much worse and say, what the heck? Where is the your Screenbook on the channel? The channel. And why is it there? Where's the Screenbook? It's lost. If you want to be so darn cool, I don't want to see the age or that China religions of God and Jesus or those Bible or the sin, but that will be profanity. But still, instead of saying that, just say whatever. Sorry, but still, just saying that I'm gonna say darn or dang whatever or heck. If you're doing this and say, then this darn thing and say, what the heck are you? And okay, where's the Screenbook? There's no Screenbook at all. There used to be the Disney on Disney Channel logo, but unfortunately, the Screenbook is not there at all. The Screenbook is missing. It's missing from the network. And where is the Screenbook? And people might be crying. Look at your face, they might be crying. Nickelodeon doesn't do that, but now there's a logo of Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. Why not Nick Jr. or Disney Jr. get a Screenbook? There's no Screenbook until which you have. I don't understand. I understand, but where is the Screenbook? You may confuse people, okay? Let's make sure our rules aren't that bad. If we be rude to one another, then it's not good. There's no way. To avoid all of the adult content of Adult Swim Cartoon Network, there's no programming block. I know there may be free programming for Toonami or something, but of course you without all of those preschool blocks, you wouldn't have preschool was in the first place. Next time, the networks better do programming blocks, and cable might be increasing soon. I know Cartoon Network, but if this would have happened, and we should got a program, which I understand for the Christmas, destroy the Cartoon Network like this. They destroy the network, and then we have. It's gonna get so bad. The network has gotten so bad, and I don't know why. But for networks like this, the network has gotten so bad that the network doesn't like, and Cartoon Network doesn't like. The network has gotten so bad that if the battery drops of a lot of views, and you might shut down the network just because it had low ratings. And do we want to do that? No, we have to see if cable's dying soon, then we have to do something before we may not get new TVs anymore. I don't have a Samsung Smart TV and LG TV. So what is the problem with all of those? Downstairs, I have a Samsung TV. And upstairs, something like this needs to happen with Cartoon Network, and Christina Miller would never destroy the network, but still, like NBC Kids, but now it's Cubo, and then there's education on Universal Kids. We don't want this. We had to get a preschool block, so why haven't you? Whatever. Let's not be, I'm not being rude, okay? And my history of Cartoon Network are okay. It's not the greatest of Cartoon Network, but it's not so bad. It's okay, although it may not be good. Not only maybe I may hate it. At least it wouldn't be bad. Do you think that Cartoonito is like Disney Junior or Nick Jr. or it's so bad that you think? Do you like it or hate it? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? And this is my history of the Cartoonito. Chargement, the random fan just did tickle you. And then do the Nick Jr. and the Playhouse Disney and Disney Jr. But since while he did not do it, even though he may want to mention do, sometimes I delete videos, sometimes. But still, if you did this, you have to do this. If you want to do Cartoonito and stuff, make sure if you like the video, even though you may not like, okay, maybe reacting. I should just probably whatever, but still, maybe I may have to overreact, but not really that acting too much stronger. Yeah, but still, for some reason, do you like Cartoonito or hate it? Do you also like Nick Jr. or Disney Jr. or no? Tell me no in the comments. Just say it, okay? But not saying it again, okay? Okay? But wait, before we end the video, this should have verses, because there's already Nick Jr. and Disney, but there's BBC shows, they have Joe or whatever, but still, or whatever, maybe Lacey talking about the Boba or whatever, but still, but there's BBC shows, and Playhouse didn't have Timmy Times and all that stuff, and Tinker Tinker on Disney Junior and Playhouse Disney, and sometimes the Octonauts on, but there's only just Golf Monster and Being on Cartoon on that's the only CBBS shows on, that's from BBC of kids of educational. But the thing I wanted on Cartoonito is Go Jettas. I wanted on Cartoonito also. Thank Cartoon Network for this. And sorry, I just made snapping. And thank Cartoon Network for this video. But it's for still or ends or whatever. Or whatever. It's just still Cartoonito for the Cartoonito block. You may or may not like Cartoonito, but it's a preschool blog. I know it may not get its own channel, but you should get a lot of views. If you don't have Paramount Plus, Disney Plus or HBO Max, then you may have to watch preschool blogs or something. Even though you may not know, you have to. It's okay if you hate, but you have to give it more views at least. And this is my history of Cartoonito. Do you like it? I think instead of having the CW, even though it's owned by CBS and Warner Brothers, so TV stations like NBC, CBS, or ABC, still though, you want it on Cartoonito to be like, instead of, or even like Disney soap, since they replaced on like Noggin, Nick Jr., do you want Tickle You to be a Cartoonito app? And Playhouse Disney app on from Disney Jr.? That's okay, but still, do you want to, and this is my and I had you have an April Fool's Day yesterday, so And today, I just did it today. And I hope you have April Fool's Day. I will see you next time. But still, I had YouTube lets me create it because they won't let me create a channel. And sorry, I have to do it. That's okay. But still. And bye. You can try to do history if you don't like it, but still. Bye. Like me, but still, bye. Just make sure to feel left. Bye.